Hello? Good morning, Earth. It does not matter now what part of day or night is now. Now is now. And let us say good morning. I am Mr. Talister today, but maybe only today. I may have many different names, and I do it in reality, yeah? Have any different names. In fact, in very current cosmic fact, I do not have a real name yet that I can precisely introduce myself with. Don't have yet, it means I did not find any. All resonances are too, it means I did not find any. All resonances are too weak and too temporal to say to myself, it's me. This is my name. Not yet. Maybe never. I don't know yet. Never or forever. I don't know yet. So, welcome to my alien vault. Please be welcome, but feel yourself as visitors. You are not at home in my vault, and most probably will never be. Not because I don't want it, but because it just doesn't work. Because there are kind of natural laws in the world. Every world has its set of laws and characteristics. And not every pattern can be supported or accepted there. But as my guest, you can explore with my guidance certain sectors of the world. Let's start. Let's start from the very beginning. I want to be. I be you when you sing with the stars. Do, re, mi, do. Do you recognize that? Sound of Music, Robert Weiss. In my eyes, movies of 50s have a special charm. Don't you think so? Shall we start with the Sound of Music? Or you have some questions to me first? Let us look. Wait. Aha! Here is the question. Here is the real question. I will show it to you. Do you see? Because I don't see if you see or no. I am not good with camera. Oh yes, now you see very clearly. Yes, enjoy and read. How do they look like? How do they look? It's about aliens. How do they look like? Little interesting question. And not a simple one. There are many among people who have met or clearly challenges certain types of alien who has better set of memory and drawing skills of asking them. They can give you better descriptions than I can do. If they wouldn't ignore you and if they will trust you. Or just search on internet for credible sources and aliens, extraterrestrials, alien races and so on, and then pictures as a filter, and you will see many drawn or AI generated pictures, mostly of them fake or just too proximate, but some of them are closer to the objective reality. Trust your intuition and continue searching. This is a path to get to the real path. And that path, maybe slowly, maybe not at once, will bring you sooner or later to the real things. But you asked me now, and I will say what I can say. First of all, this is not necessary that they must look anyhow at all. Yes, there are invisible beings whom you cannot perceive by your earthly basic perceptions and perceptors. They are not easy percepting, no. But you can feel sometimes somehow their presence, their pure consciousness. They can be here, or they can be anywhere else. They can interact with you and with each other or anybody else, but you cannot see them, cannot touch, cannot smell, cannot hear. That way people are bored with them and not explore them too much, but despite of it, they are real, and they have their lives and their agendas, not less complicated and complex than people or aliens have. This is all what I know and feel ready to say about invisible things for the moment. If you get some resonance or kind of feeling, I know them, or some sacral chakral things about wonder, explore, contact, notice, and if you have a feeling to share it with me or with others some other time, because now we are going one step further. Spheric beings. In some cases, they're the same as those poor consciousness beings. Those concepts are overlapping, but they are not the same. Poor conscious being may be or may not be spherics, and from the other side, spherics are still pure consciousness beings without a physical body, but in another case, spheric beings may possess physical bodies. For example, planets are also alive beings. Surprise? Or it sounds like incredible fairy tale just. Don't forget, there is a certain portion of truth in any fairy tales. In some more, in some less, in some masterly hidden and entangled with decorative and spatially distracting patterns, some more open to see, explore, take and use. Some things with planetoid, same thing with planetoids. Some have more. Some have more life grain in it. Some less. Some grains are weak, some strong, but except planetoids with their long-term lasting and so complex lives, they are non-material, or better to say, less dense spherics. Sometimes you can even see them, but even if I have no opportunity to see them, you can sense them when they are present, or you just imagine them when they are not. Imagine just a sphere. It's very easy Easy peasy. And if you are not too busy, imagine this next thing. So easy peasy, the center of the sphere, the core. Not core, core, like this. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. The sphere is connected to the edge. From the outside we can see, if we can see at all, it is a surface of the sphere by countless amount of threads or rays or multidimensional membrana. This is the main motion mechanism of the being. Spherics have no fixed size in the physical reality. It shifts, not shifts, like we do shift our position, walking, talking, going, doing any moment. So shifting amplitudes of spherics are different. It can be big and small, the amplitude, not the being itself. Again, spherics have no size. They are shifting it. So, why the shifting side amplitudes of different sphere beings are different? Why? Same as people. Some are stronger, some are weaker, some younger, some older, some just like this, others like that. Also, in some strong and special cases, spheric beings become ray beings. Our sun is the nearest example. Stars are also alive, but some more words about the spherics. How do they do? They do, for example, travel and explore. They rest. When they rest, the range of their extension is full and maximal, and all multi-dimensional membrana is barely existing. The extension of old and strong spheric beings is almost eternal. If or when a spheric being or a ray being become, or better to say just appear, eternal, the being is eternal. Or as people on earth tend to call it God. But we are not talking about God now. We are talking about how do the aliens look like. So, when a spheric being is rested and become active, the mechanism is that the edge manifests itself and condenses toward the center. The center starts to move, the orb is traveling, finds an object, for example, what example? For example, a tree. Now the tree is inside the being. The object is inscribed in the sphere. The sphere is the sphere is exploring the tree from both directions, from the center towards edges and from the edges toward the center. When the sphere is bigger and wider, it sees the whole pattern in details, shifting the position of the core and focus of edging, not edging like edge. The spheric being can explore all details of any part of the tree. Of course, it goes to the microscopic level too. The zooming inward is the same opposite process as extending the edge out. Same process and the same extent, a form of symmetry. This is all what I can know and can say to you now for the moment about spheric beings and ray beings. And I guess it's not so interesting matter for you. I guess it was meaning humanoids asking me your question. Well, let us speak about humanoids. So humanoids. There are many, oh, very many of them, many. I know partly, just a little part of their terrestrial species, body and mind structures, face interfaces, agendas, evolutions, all of that. I know a little, and not even all of it I can speak about. But no panic, we can put them into very common and proximate characteristical groups. We don't even need to do it ourselves. The classification is being done for a long time, decades, by those who there's mistake, by those who know, and there is very many of them all around the globe. The intelligence of Man in Black could have not been eliminated all of them. It may be reduced the human intelligence too severely. But we are not talking about UFO, UAP, EBE, USB, MP3 experts, nor about the black intelligence. No. We are talking here and now about aliens themselves. How do they look like? And now is for humanoids done. Except others whom I don't talk about now, at least because I don't know about them so much enough. Except them, they are others who I will talk about. Right now, right here, there are just a few general basic groups of them here on Earth. Dwellers, visitors, long visitors, multi-visitors, visitors, dwellers, shapeshifters, sleepers, triers to get back home, or returners, contactors, walkers, experimenters, rulers, observers, watchers, tech instructors, thinkers, medicals, teachers, politicians, men in by themselves, types of them, pretenders, ATIEs, robots of extraterrestrial origin, hybrids outside of Matrix visitors, mostly technicians, just technicians, near Earth inner Earth dwellers, orbit dwellers, interdimensional beings, multidimensional beings, UFO dwellers, non-dwellers, cosmic tourists, and many other existers. There is general groups of them known of Earth, and I know not all of them here and now. I can second hand introduce 3 to 6, I don't know yet how many exactly second hand, because they have already been introduced by others, maybe dozens, maybe decades, maybe even hundreds of them, but I will introduce them from my own knowledge. Some of them I don't know directly, others indirectly, but all of information I let all the information. What I let you do is it? I let the circuit in my own circuits. Let it be. Let it be. What? Let it be checked, double checked, multiple times checking. Let I go them through sources, physical encounters, channeling, clairvoyance, remote viewing, telepathy, visitings, maybe abductions, and maybe having implants, maybe. Also reading and watching books, documentaries, amateur researchers, other channelers, governmental position, whistleblowers, conspiracy, Biblioteca Pleiades, it's something good. So, several books and many others from them, many articles from them, science fiction, lot of multitude encounters with physical people in physical world, numbers of communications with people about the globe by internet, most of them I don't meet physically, and of course strict analyze by comparison, using already collected by a life research knowledge and wisdom altogether, and the result is clear enough to start finally talking to you like this. See, I try to read it. To you, dear people, and now do so. Let me know, provide you with no humble joy. A humble of appearance, humble types of violence. List. Let provide you with my humble list of appearance types of aliens. So, reptiles, different kinds. Greys, different kinds. Insectoids, different kinds. Naughties, those four groups. 16, 17. These four groups of aliens. I am ready to briefly talk about reptoids. There are different types of reptoid alien races, including draconians, but not only them, and not only of them are here on Earth with us. It's like that. This remark is made specially and attentively for this is important. The very best of them, the real elite, is not living here on Earth with us. No, they are not even touching this level of existence. Mindset, conditions, bloody dirty brutality, this level is not for them, not even to touch, not even to think too much about, living on planning or indirect involving. They elite, they highest lodges are 17, 18, in very ascended and well maintained levels. It could look, and it looks in some of its locations, not one, not two, more. They are on those levels of being. It's nice there. Mountains are there, valleys are there, rivers are there, waters are there as well, but not in every of those places. They have most of them other style or other design of photos. But don't worry, it's nice there anyway. Nice and safe. And they, the reptile and draconian elite, some of them have wings, others don't. Some others have functionally reduced but still nice and compelling wings, but they use it occasionally, mostly to train them from time to time. To train, time to time, flying exercises, or enjoy watching the world flying, not even from bird position, but from dragon in fly position. And this is showing in so seriously and just with abundance of the beliefs, the green energy. What is joyfully for someone joyfully streaming or sometimes even pounding. This is a kind of bliss, the best, very best kind of. Oh, sometimes I guess the dragon and flies are flying just to visit their friends or relatives or some other kind of relation. And there are other kinds of relations. We reptiles have also special lines or different types of lines. I don't talk right now about bloodlines. I say we have some very own unique patterns, characteristics, features, manifestations. Beside other patterns, they are the same or almost the same, or at least also beside those complications, the other things always the same and stable. So we are it's like that. Yeah, try to read it. It's down, yeah. So we don't visit whom we do. So we do visit whom we do have a permission to visit. No, it's not easy enough this time. But they are living far away, or not maybe so far, but somewhere there, where it's better to not to go for us. Otherwise, we'll find problems for our heads, different kinds and different kinds of problems. According to and we are not talking about any problems. We just lined the line until here. Hardly yes. Father, no. So just told about problems to emphasize that this plane Terra is problematic. To come here, to incarnate, to be, to walk, to be an agent, to be a secret agent, to be even to be the very top secret agent in any possible earthly position. No, we are not about this here now again. I just wanted surely to emphasize the very concept of double concept inside the system of duality. So they, both, or even all three, are screaming, hey, pay attention. This kind of, hey, pay attention. This kind of reality, this brutality tend to occur here on earth or in another problematic places here on in those places. The very core pattern of planetary long-term branch running system is viral, very core is viral, and this is okay. Even more, this is a part of the main scheme and algorithm of maintenance. That why those places are triple, double, certainly infected, or just wrong, especially wrong places. Let us use our simplifier. Let us set it in the motion intensive mode. Let us further all these places. Further, let us further call these places conditionally. For the simplicity, just wrong places. But these wrong places are simply said by using our simplifier and the very intensive mode. Those places need to be. They need it in the universe. Maybe sad, maybe just to think, calm, accept, to try to gain. Wrong places. They're not far. They are not far. They are not for the very elite. Those bosses of earth are also so-called elite. But to call yourself and to be are two quite different things. The most developed caste system on earth has 4 castes, but the term caste is not actually correct and not even accepted in the 2 highest levels. Casta is something low for them, something vulgar. So better we call it further to the description. The concept is Varna. So advanced earthly structure system of keeping layers of society separated. This system on earth, linked to ancient India, has 4 plus Varnas. Why plus? Because below what? Below the lowest, there is another sub-level. They are called Chandala or untouchable. They're out of any society. Their bodies and their bacteria, their mind, their deeds, their dwellings, their belongings, everything about them is too ugly and too dirty to belong to any society. Simply they mustn't be. But they are. You can see them here in Western societies too. Almost every country have their own Chandala, but we are not talking about Western societies here. Now let's go back to ancient. And don't worry, the system still in use. Vedic Indian system is still in use. In practical use of huge sectors of mechanism of ancient mind control. Ancient mind control. What is still in use? Now this is a secret. Our alien secret. I have already started talking too much. But still the threshold, still before, very far till the threshold. Yeah, it's still too far to the threshold where what we mustn't cross. Forget about the red line. It there is no red line. There is nothing. But it doesn't mean we can easily cross it. Exactly. I was meaning exactly the opposite. There is no power in this world that can help you to cross it. It is simply impossible. And we are not talking in that direction anymore. There was just nothing, or you may say the angel world, yes, maybe. But we are not talking about that non-crossing, nothingness. We are going back toward the next part of point, and it was okay, and we had to do the real opportunity, but forget about those planning. Let them be improved. How in some another timeline. What we are not talking about here and now. It had happened. They came, they did globally much to shift the world in unwanted direction. The direction of chaos. Yes, I know. The fact is sad. To me, it is sad. Sick, I don't know. I don't even remember how to call them correctly. I don't care here and now who they are and what they are doing. They are just simplifying too much. Using our French capacity to simplify the world and mix clean and dirty together. The health, the dirt, to maintain to maintain existence and prosperity. Let them go at least, because they are already going and going, and there is so many things living to body, living these things to be and to solve, but not now, not now. Now we are doing this. We do like order. They who are on earth and who are called themselves elite, but who has already gotten for a long time in the whole lifetime of the history line allowed on earth, for such extremely long period of time, they are infected by this very whole-based viruses, not only biological ones, or affects by oxygen, not even those more than serious problems. There is another one, deeper one. What is the name of the problem? No, I will not answer, not because I don't want to know, or because I forget. I do and I don't. Let us simply to take away our emphasizing point from the problems to the neutral, to the neutral description. Reptoids on Earth are seriously declined from the real line. What is the real line? Is like green line? Is it objective? What makes it real? Maybe at the time, maybe never, but not now. Now appearance. How do they look like? And at exactly this point, you may ask me, listen, mister, you said the earthly elite is not a real elite. Well, but as you have even said before, the real elite, whose realm is so far from earth and not even possible to visit, how can you explain this fact? And many things are very finely drawn the recognizable factor that in fact the dragons was registered by many terrestrials and extraterrestrials as seen on under the orbit of Earth. They can produce about this fact about wings, I don't see. Yes, the winged dragons was registered. Winged dragons was registered by many terrestrials and extraterrestrials as seen on, under, or on the orbit of Earth. What can you see? What can you see about this fact? You may ask me if I'm now certain about the perfume. I don't know. I keep the whole story in the mind. The whole story I know. This I emphasize to you to say, do not try to catch me. I say, I'm not supporting any hunting instincts based beings and all their outcomes based on their hunter's logic out of this. Yes, I'm a vegan. This is possible. But let us go back to the truck. I'm going much further back now. I know it. Notice it. Follow. Back to Varnas, or system of social separation, and manage and maintain them separated. They are from up to down. Brahmas. They are scholars, advisors, teachers. Next. Kshatris, figures of political power. Vaishya, not sure about at all how to call them using English tongue. Tradesmen, craftsmen, all kind of sellers. And Shudra, working class. And as we do already know, there are also those who are out of any society, and everything what they did to touch become dirty and must not be used for anyone on normal social levels. So the four levels, or let's go very back. 4 plus reptoid lines are longer, maybe even all kinds of lines, I don't know really all, but at least mostly. What does it mean? It means in this very case that reptoid societies are gradated more precisely or more strictly than the human societies are, and of course have much more than just 4 plus levels. Some of our reptile level are restricted in the way to place us in different physical planets. I say planets. Oh, planes, physical planes. I say plants because not only planets are inhabited by life and life forms. Other systems do exist too. Let us call them planets. The term looks very correct by my reptoid eyes. You see? I am showing myself. And my eyes. See, they're normal. I'm showing my face in my eyes. I have no lentil pupil. I even don't know how to shift back to possess them back. But we are not talking here about me and my pupils, no. You can see me. Not here to hide. And if you ask me, how do the aliens look like? You mean other aliens by this question, because you can clearly see my human appearance. And if you ask, you might mean only those aliens who are different. Those aliens who are different, outwardly different. But first, I answer the parallel question, what I had already started to answer. Why? Why what? Why, first, winged reptoids were seen here on Earth? And two, it must not happen. And the connection between point number 1 and point number 2. Like this. I will do my best to condense the essence. I will do my best to condense the essence of the best. Of the best probability of the why. But first, I hope to finally finish this very current beginning. What I am going. Do I really need to do it? Do you really need to know it? Isn't it too much? Isn't it a philosophical declination of the essence of the topic? it is or was it about appearance? About the question, how do they look like? No, isn't it? Wasn't. So yes, they were, or they maybe they even are visiting three main equatorial layers of existence planet on Earth, and they are first numbered one, but in fact in the middle, yes, number one, but in fact the middle one, because this plane is the main one, because of being on exactly the border line with two other layers, or with the rest of selected. Pay attention, we did select it just here and now. Also it could be and probably was selected. We don't talk about another possibilities now. We do talk about those there here now for a minute. Wait a minute, so once more, the life about planet Earth or Terra. First, the middle one, the surface, same one, surface. Second, the level above the orbit, UFOs and things, plateaus, platforms, motherships, bases. I don't know how they call them. Cities, just cities on the orbit. Hidden. And third, the level below the middle. On the ground life deep at the dimensions and in or under rock. Also cities and chambers and tunnels, even trains. So yes, those being reptoids, even those white ones, was reportedly seen on those three levels when we just talking about, or at least on in some of them, does not matter. Why did that they were somehow legally, illegally here, but again, this is not our topic. Our topic is how do they look like? All of those green, white, other color bears, officials and officials, legals, illegals, elite or so-called elite, all of them, how do they look like? I show you. Okay. Let me think for a minute, and for the first time. And in the same time, this is the right time to do some break. I mean a pause. Don't worry. I will do sufficient overlap of Mina Evans next time with my next video. You can easily find it by name, just using a basic basis of human logic, at least. Greetings again from my green UFO. I do right now continue telling my story, my answer to your question. The second episode began. You will see same easily as you are watching now, right this. You will see all this and maybe finally get your deserved answer to your questions, or maybe not yet, but at least a certain part or certain sectors of the answer. This is not again what it is about. All you need to do to get this continuation is to reswitch it somehow. I don't ask me, I don't know how. I am not technician myself, not at all. Then don't know how to do it myself. People around and ChatGPT are helping me, but not with the text, not at all. With the computer and with devices. So all you need to do is your way. Just do it your way. To googly, if you googly, if you googly, do this simple digital magic to jump somehow to the next chapter, or better to say to the next part, or next sector, or just continuation of the previous part, or simply to say just the next part itself. So you see a bit now. I wouldn't say Virtoids are like this. I've just shown you a segment or part or sector of it. No, I say another way. We can be even like this. I am like this, at least. So, are you ready to restart your googly? I will wait a while. If you need a longer pause to think about, do it. Do it yourself on your device. I'm still here and I'm not ChatGPT or any human tech. Humans are still old on earth way digitalized. Yeah. Old on earth way digitalized. This is their problem, not mine. But not now about numbers, not now. Now you already know how to find the next part of the same chapter that I am going right now. Don't worry, it's still me. Yes. 2 at least, yes. 2 at least, simple processes. 2 at least 2 simple processes. But not now. Now please, get ready. I will count 3. And only then you switch off. Not sooner. No. I will count 3 and you count 4 in your mind. I will be already silent and out. And you still count 4. Enough. Long enough. But if you like to count more, count more. You can add 5 and 6, but it's enough. If no, count 7. I'm not talking about numbers. No, you just count, and I just remind you about for freedom. About for freedom? No. I remind you about your freedom to do many great things. But now, just to count or just to stop. But please, here you have me, real big. Please, do not count, please, more than 9. Do not count more than 9. I cannot explain. I can't. Because we are not talking here about numbers. Just count. And I disappear. But I'm here. For the moment. Always. Goodbye. 1, 2, 3,